Good morning to you as the sun rises. This is Delamind here with Tropical Nomad TV, streaming to you from Jamaica. Yes, I'm streaming to you from St. Andrew slash Kingston, Jamaica. Looking over the hills right there, it's Portland beyond those hills. You can see the mountains. Yes, just check out the mountain range. There are different mountains. You can see the different layers. One ahead right there. Then there is another one there. You can see the one over here is a little closer. And then you can see another one. Check it out. You see what's going on? And look at that bright color that seemed to be rising over that one straight ahead. Let's check it out and see. And look at that cloud. Seems to be hiding the sunshine. Well, the sun is seemingly not quite up as yet, but it's making the place much brighter. See what's going on? Just watch and wait with me as the sun rises. You're gonna see the sunrise, and then you're gonna see it through these trees. Of course, I'm gonna be hiding from the sun. Definitely don't wanna get burnt by the sun. So I'm just gonna be chilling with you, talk about all sorts of topics. Yesterday I spoke of holidays in different countries. Don't know what I'm gonna talk about today. Well, it depends on what's on your mind. So tell me what's on your mind while we talk. While here you're gonna see wild birds passing by, and you should be able to hear them in the background. Just listen. Well, yesterday a few of my viewers told me that they actually heard the sounds of the birds, and I can hear them right now. You should be able to pick them up through my microphone. And by the way, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so you'll see the link to my microphone in the description of this video already. I actually dropped the link in the description. That's even before posting the video. Yesterday I had to leave the live temporarily, of course, to add the links, but today the links are already added into the description. We don't have a proper description yet. Definitely look into adding a description at some point, but the links, that's my affiliate links, are in the description, so you can surely go check them out. Everything I'm using for my video today is actually added. The links the links to those items I purchased on Amazon are added. And as I said, if you purchase any of these items, I'll benefit because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So of course, do go and check them out. Anyway, so if you're checked in on the live, of course, just drop a quick message. Drop a quick message. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm streaming to you live from St. Andrew slash Kingston, Jamaica, just showing you the sun rising over the hills in the background. Right now it's 5:59 a.m. in Jamaica. Well, everywhere in Jamaica it's the same time. Yes, and back to what I was saying about the Amazon affiliate links. If you get any one of the items, you might get a discount, and I'll definitely benefit from it. So it's my selfie stick that I'm using to hold the phone, keeping it steady so I don't have to, keep the phone in my hand. From time to time, I might, move around so you can see stuff from a slightly different perspective. I'm also using the mic, so if you can hear the sounds of the different birds in the background and you also like how my voice is coming through, uh, definitely consider getting that. And the phone I'm using is a Google Pixel 7a. You can try getting that, or if you want to, get the latest Google Pixel phone, you can try that too. Anyway, so back to the live. Yeah, man, definitely back to the live as we watch the sunrise. Just drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. Yes, I can see a few persons checked in here on the live. How are you today? Wagwan, like we'd say in Jamaica, Wagwan. What you deal with? Yeah, man. You know, can you hear that, bird? Yes, by the way, a few of my viewers yesterday confirmed that they actually saw birds flying by, and you might see a few this morning. Just keep watching and you see the birds passing by. We have different types of birds passing by. Those are the main, well, yeah, birds are animals. Those are the main things you will see there. There might be goats walking around, but you won't see them. They're a bit they're a bit wild. Well, they're not wild goats. People actually own those goats, but there, if I'm outside right here, I doubt if they're gonna come out like that. But you might even hear them. But the birds, you can definitely hear the birds, and you might just see them flying by. Yeah, check it out. There is a bit of cloud cover yesterday. Well, I came out a little later yesterday, but I can see the cloud cover. Let's check it out. And as I said, beyond those hills, it's Portland. So, big up all my fellow YouTubers, especially ones over there in Portland, because, like I say, Portland seems to be YouTube city. There are so many successful YouTubers over there in Portland. By the way, someone yesterday told me that it looks like it's a picture. Well, it's actually not a. It's not a photo. It's my real backdrop. Showing you the mountain range over there. Check it out. You see what's going on. Like I said, beyond those hills, it's Portland. Yeah, man, it's a real backdrop. Yesterday, I was showing I was showing the sweet sap tree right here. There's also the pepper. There's also, well, I was showing the sweet sap tree right there. Can you see it? And there's also the pepper elder tree. Wow, there are birds right there. It is, wow. Not sure. Yep. See birds passing by? Yes. I captured a few birds passing by just when I moved the camera. If I didn't move the camera, you would have actually gotten a better shot. So, drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. And I am streaming to you live from Kingston, or should I say St. Andrew, Jamaica. The names are used interchangeably for, you know, certain local geographical reasons to make things easier, but yeah, whatever. Kingston/St. Andrew, Jamaica. And I'm looking over the hills right there. And look at that bird. Look at that one. There goes another. Okay, yep. Two birds just flew by. Hopefully, a few might fly even closer. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. So we're here, looking at the wildlife. Well, yeah. Of course, the wildlife would be plants and animals. And the main animal you're gonna see are birds. You will see all sorts of birds flying by, and you should be able to hear them in the background, like a few of my viewers said yesterday. Yeah, man. So we're there. Just wait, just waiting on the sunrise. Temperature is cool right now, but a little later from now, it's gonna get a bit hotter. Well, once it gets much hotter, I'm gonna be checking out. Yes, I'm not gonna sit here and get burnt by the sun. Although it is said that you get vitamin D from the sun, but well, I guess there might be too much out here because when the sun gets hot right here, it get wicked when it get hot. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Yeah, man. Once the sun get hot, it get wicked. So I don't really want to stay out in the sun. Now, if I have to be out, of course, I have no problem with that. But if I don't have to, I am going to be relaxing. Yes, hiding away from the sun. Last night, I ensured that my microphone and the microphone receiver, like I spoke about earlier. That's my Amazon products, for which I've posted the affiliate links in the description. Uh, they ensure that they are charged. Yeah, man, because I them to be don't want to be here streaming and next the battery is dying. So I ensure that the receiver and the actual microphone are charged. Well, I actually have two mics. So one was already fully charged. That one wasn't used, but then there's another one. So I ensure that the one that was used yesterday. I got it charged. Yeah, so I plugged it in and charged it, and then the receiver also I made sure that it's fully charged. Although for in the case of the receiver, that's actually being charged by the phone while it's being used, because the receiver is plugged into the bottom of the phone. So I'm using an Android device, so it's been charged via a USB-C port, but it can also work with Apple. And yeah, if we're using like an iPhone, it will be charged via that port. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. You will hear the birds in the background, but you'll also hear cars passing by. Yeah, man. So just drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. This is Delamint here with Tropical Nomad TV. So once you check in, just drop a quick message. Tell me where you're watching me from. So let me kind of try to move from here and get a slightly better shot. Trying to find the exact position that I was in yesterday. Preparing for in preparation for the sun to. Yeah, just looking for a slightly. So for whoever is gonna say that this is not a. Alright, see what's going on there. Just trying to recapture the essence of yesterday. Yes, definitely gonna try to recapture exactly where I was, the exact spot. I guess I should have marked the spot that I was sitting in. Alright, while I try to recapture that perfect spot that I was in. Alright, hear that dog in the background? Yeah, man, so we're just waiting for the sun to rise. In the meantime, of course, just drop a quick message. Just drop a quick message in the chat and tell me where are you watching me from. Yeah, man, just this looks like it. It's kind of, I'm not even sure if this is a spot that I was in yesterday, but maybe not. Let me get a better angle. Should I zoom the camera a bit? Yeah. Alright, so there goes the clouds blocking the sun. It would have been a bit brighter, but cloud doing its job. So got nothing to say about that. Just the cloud clouding. The cloud just being a cloud. You notice I didn't say clown. The cloud just being a cloud. So watch while I patiently wait on the sun to rise. So if you wanna wait with me, you can do that, or you can just drop a comment and let's chop it up while you're here. You might have to go because you might be going to work and so on. But if not, you can just keep hanging out with me. Yeah, man, just drop a quick message while we wait on the wait to see the birds passing, and also for the sun to rise over the hills or the mountains in the backdrop. Look at the different mountain ranges. See what's going on. You got some a bit close and some quite some quite some distance away. All right, everything is green and nice. While it's green out here, there are lots of mosquitoes. So it's making me a little uncomfortable. But you know when I watch that, definitely not watching that we're here capturing the essence of being outside so early in the morning. Yeah man, so seeing no one is dropping a message, I'm gonna definitely gonna drop a message. Let me enter, yeah, just gonna drop a message and pin it at the top of the chat. Let me see. Alright, so I'm gonna drop a message right here. It says, "Where, where are?" It says, "Where are you watching me from, and what time is it over there?" Alright, so here we go. The message has been dropped. Just waiting for yes. Alright, so the message has been dropped. What I'm gonna do right here is to pin it. Yes, definitely message has been pinned. So once you're checked in, just let me know where you're watching me from. This is Delamint here, and I'm streaming to you live from St. Andrew slash Kingston, Jamaica. Look at the hills, those magnificent hills or mountains, and you can see the majestic looking cloud just hiding the sun from showing up in all its glory. Well, might not be in all its glory right now because it's a bit early. So outside here is a bit, it's a bit chilly, not cold, but just a little bit, it has a little early morning chill. Yeah, while I sit and listen to the birds out here. All right, take off that. Yeah, there was a bit of zoom. Look at it right there. See, check out the different section of the mountain range. Sure, what you can see over there and beyond those hills, it's Portland. So if you're an avid you fan of YouTube and you watch Jamaican YouTube, it's likely that you have come across some uh, some YouTubers from Portland. It's quite a number of them. Yeah, man, many successful YouTubers from Portland, and Portland is just beyond that mountain range or those mountains where yeah that because it's like different ranges. Some are quite close and some are in the distance. So beyond the furthest mountain ranges in the distance right there, it's somewhere over there in Portland, yeah man, and that's where many successful YouTubers in Jamaica are from. Yeah man, Portland seem to be YouTube placement. So many of them. And you don't know, big up to Portland. Nice place. Yeah man, definitely nice place, a place that I really enjoy visiting. And the people are friendly and nice, lots of nature stuff, rivers, beaches. By the way, the food is definitely always nice over there. You can get the jerk chicken. Yeah, man. Definitely, you get the jerk chicken. And there's also jerk pork. While I don't eat pork, I hear that the pork is very nice, but I don't eat it, so I don't know. But I see it being prepared, and Yeah, man. So you can definitely, if you're a fan of pork, you can go to Portland and check out the jerk pork. But as for me, the jerk chicken, you can get lots of nice fruits and vegetables over there too. So yeah, man. Whenever you check out Portland, and there are other things over there in Portland that you might like. You know, you can get even them because it's most of, well, from what I see, like Portland has a large community on the coast. Yeah, man. Portland is definitely one of them parishes that most of its, or I wouldn't say most, but lots of its activity takes place on the coast. So, based on that, there is lots of seafood. So, you want conch and them kind of seafood. You can get fish and them thing there. Yeah, man. Some nice steamed fish. Yeah, man. You can check out places over there to get that. Yeah, man. So there in the morning, looking across the mountain range, waiting for the sun to rise. But the cloud has some different ideas. Cloud, like you can see right there, is telling me I gotta wait a little bit longer. It's waiting for the sun to show up in all its glory. Well, the sky it's bright, so definitely that tells me that the sun is somewhere over there. But the cloud is clouding. Cloud is doing his job for now. But let's see if the cloud is gonna win the battle with the sun. Have you ever seen the cloud winning a battle with the sun? Definitely not, because even right now, the sun is still winning that battle because the place is bright. If the cloud won, it would still be dark like it's nighttime, but there is an intense battle going on with the cloud and the sun, but the sun is winning. Definitely, the sun is winning. Even if there are moments where the cloud feels like it's getting the upper hand, no worry yourself. The sun is gonna win. Eventually, it's gonna get hot. Maybe if we were in some other place, but right here in Jamaica, it's gonna get hot. So yeah, man. So you don't know, this is Delamint here, streaming to you live from Jamaica. Yeah, man, we're in St. Andrew right now, just looking across the hills. Beyond those hills, there's nice Portland. I wish I was going to Portland today, but that might not be. That might not. Yeah, that is likely not gonna happen. But who knows? They don't know. Like them say, anything can happen. So just go and watch. Yeah, man, somebody just make a quick check in. Yeah, man, somebody just drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. This is Delamint here with Tropical Nomad TV. Yeah, man, just watch as the Tropical Nomad shows you what's up here in the morning in Jamaica. Yeah, man, from the eastern side of Jamaica, and the sun rises in the east. So, yeah, man, I'm pointing the camera sort of in that direction. Yeah, this would be more east, but just like sort of in the northeast. And as you can see over there, it's even a little brighter. Yeah, man. I can see someone checked in on the chat. I'd appreciate if you drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. And can you hear the birds in the background? Alright, getting this from a nice angle. Yeah, giving this to you from a nice angle. So you don't know. Just keep watching, and you'll see a few birds flying through that space. I wonder if the birds are shy this morning. Yeah, man. Well, in the case, I've seen a few flew by. But right now, I'm mainly hearing the birds. I'm not really seeing them. unlike yesterday. But yesterday I came out a bit later, of course. But this morning I decided to check in earlier so I could get more time, more time to soak in, to soak up all of that morning vibe. Just sitting right here and waiting for the sun to rise. Who is gonna wait with me? Yeah, man. There, I can see someone else checked in on the chat. Drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. This is Delamint here with Tropical Nomad TV. So what up on your mind today? What's on your mind? What are you up to this morning? Just keep watching, waiting for the sunshine to arrive. Well, when it arrives, I might have to make my exit. Because with the sun being so hot, me not really want participate in a that. But just patiently waiting on the sun to overcome the cloud. See the cloud right there, but the sun is definitely gonna overcome the cloud. Doesn't matter how long it takes, it's for sure gonna happen. So yeah, man, just drop a quick message as I wait for the birds to fly by. A few have flown by already, but you might see a few more. Yeah, man, might not even be just a few, might be a lot more. But in the meantime, you can listen to them. Well, there's a dog in the background, but I'm sure there are birds somewhere around. So yeah, man, just drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. So how come my day so long and nobody not drop no message? What I deal with? I like how I'm moving. Just drop a quick message, man. Tell me what's up. Yeah, kind of shifted the camera. Yeah, so for whoever is here thinking that this is a photo, it's not a photo. It's my backdrop. Definitely my backdrop. So waiting for the sun to, you know, peep through the clouds and start shining in all its glory. A few different birds are, making their noises. Birds are seen, quite a number of them, but there's also that dog in the background. Well, yeah, that's one dog over there, but there are a few from other places, but that one seems to be the closest. I wonder if I am checked in too early this morning. Anyway, I will try my best to endure the wait for the sun to rise. Well, it's sun has already risen. Yeah, wrong thing I said. Sun has risen, but we just await upon it to start shining in all its glory, like I said earlier. Once it gets hot, gonna go inside. But for now, I am patiently waiting. But it seems that the cloud that you're seeing right here, it has some different ideas. But make we see what I go on. Hey man, if you check in on the live, you don't know, just drop a quick message. Drop a quick message and tell me what's up. I just saw a bird, but that one was kind of out of shot. I guess he's camera shy. And when a bird just passed by, but it looked like that bird camera shy, so it now show itself on the camera, so just out of the camera shot. But I think that some are gonna, fly by. Guess wherever they're going, they gotta pass by. So the camera is set, waiting for the sun to start shining. And while I wait, you don't know, drop a quick message. We're there 30 minutes so far. Let me see what time it is right now. Right now it's 25 minutes past 6 at 6:25 a.m. here in Jamaica. Let's drop a quick message, man, and tell me where you watch me from. Here goes the sound of another bird and that dog in the background. I don't know. I didn't come outside here to listen to dogs, but that dog keeps on dogging. That dog keeps on making lots of noise, but not worrying about that dog. So while that dog's over there and keep barking, I am streaming to you live from Jamaica. And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, continue subscribing to Tropical Nomad TV. All right, two birds just passed by. Not sure if they were captured on the shot, but I actually saw them. Yeah, man. Just once you're checked in, look at the pinned comment and drop a quick message. Tell me where you're watching from. Where in the world are you watching from, and what time is it in your place? Right now, it's 6:27 a.m. in Jamaica, and that's the time in everywhere in Jamaica. So everywhere in Jamaica has the same time zone, but there are countries with different time zones. Yeah, man, like the U.S. has four different. Well, the U.S. has it has more, but for the connected states, it's four different time zones. So you have Eastern, you have Central, you have Mountain, and Pacific. Hawaii has a different time zone also, and then you have Alaska that I think has a different time zone, and there's Puerto Rico. I'm not sure what time it is in Puerto Rico. There's Guam and some other places that has a different time zone. Anyway, in the meantime, we just a stream and I wait for the sun to rise. Seems like the cloud is winning, but we know eventually cloud is not gonna win the battle. The sun is gonna free the shackle of the clouds and start shining out in all its glory. I can see that someone is checked in. I don't know why they're checking. Just drop a quick message and tell me where you watch me from, man. Don't be shy. Just drop the message. Tell me where you deal with. Tell me where you're watching me from and what time is it over there. And by the way, what's on your mind today? Where in the world are you watching me from? Because I know that you have viewers from all over the world. I might even get persons all the way from Australia watching me. So where you watch me from? Yeah, man, where you watch me from? See it up on the live, But, we don't know who. Unless you say something, you're going to be anonymous. But in the meantime, I appreciate you watching the live. Appreciate you coming. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, man, well, at least consider subscribing. If you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, you can definitely consider subscribing. All right, we can see Cheyenne. Yes, we can see Cheyenne, and she's watching from Linstead. And I guess that's Linstead in Jamaica. I've never heard of another Linstead anywhere else in the world, but Sounds like that's Linstead in Jamaica, and time zone matches the time in Jamaica also. Yeah, man, because I can see it's 6:30, so I guess that message was just sent 1 minute before. So we have Cheyenne watching live from Linstead, and we're here waiting on the sun to rise, and there is someone else. Yes, there is someone else right here. So, and by the way, Cheyenne, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Tropical Nomad TV. You know, this one is a bit of a quiet kind of stream. Yeah, not much going on. Just pointing the camera towards the hills where Portland is. Yeah, man, Portland. Yeah, them say Portland where the boatland over there. Some of the one there, cause we have all kind of beaches and rivers and all that kind of stuff. And I for sure would want to check that out right now. But for now, I am not there. I can just look at Portland in the distance. I wish I could have, well, I can actually walk over those hills, but it's going to take me a while. So in the meantime, I'm not going to be walking. If I'm going to Portland, definitely gonna be driving there. See what I'm going over here, so. Alright. The birds seem to be very shy this morning, but you should be able to hear them. A few of my viewers yesterday told me that they heard the birds. Well, not my birds. They are wild birds, but yeah, a few of my viewers. So you want me to walk to Portland and actually walk over those hills? All right. I will consider. Not saying I will, but I will consider taking on that challenge. Make we see how I go. Let's see how skilled I am. I'm sure I'll have to. You know, that actually would be a very interesting walk. I'll have to cross those mountain ranges, encounter with rivers, gullies. I might even have to encounter with some wild animals. And don't get it wrong, they're not, yeah, some of them, well, yeah, I actually can think of wild pigs. There are wild pigs in those hills, and I hear that those are quite dangerous. But yeah, that's about it for dangerous animals in those hills. Nothing else. But I don't know, I have no evidence of it, but I've heard that in those hills there is lots of paranormal activity. So if you're afraid of duppy, you're afraid of ghosts, that's not the place to wait. Sound like fun? So it sounds like you want to be a part of such a walk. All right. So whenever I decide to make that trek, I'll surely post it on the channel. I'll definitely post it on my channel, post it on the channel's social media, so all my viewers and subscribers and anywhere else can. Oh, so turning the pig into dinner. That's not the easiest thing to do. That's a bit difficult. So I guess I have a viewer here who knows how to turn a pig into dinner. So I guess definitely going on an adventure like that, such a wild adventure, we should definitely consider taking this viewer, this very brave viewer. Definitely the viewer with so far. There I can hear that bird. I wish I could see it, but not sure if my viewer here or anyone else here can hear that bird. Yeah, and other than the pigs, I hear there are snakes. There are a few snakes in those hills. Not many, because there are not that many snakes in Jamaica, but there are a few snakes in those hills. Can't remember. I think they call it the yellow snake. Can't remember the actual name of the proper name of the, yeah, turn pig into pork. All right, pig for dinner, pig into pork. All right, yes, I can see that this viewer knows exactly what they're doing. I don't think I'll be having any of that dinner, of course, but they are birds, so we can. get a few birds and turn those birds into dinner or breakfast for that matter. Cause I'm sure it's not gonna take us one day. It's gonna take a few days walking through those hills, so we might need to have breakfast, dinner, lunch, and all that. And while we're going through those hills, like I said, we will pass by some. We'll go through some rivers, so maybe we can even get food from the river. So we can get some what them call janga river shrimp. We can get some crayfish. What else we can get from the river? Well, in Portland there is busso. So anyone here ever heard of busso? Yes, me hear wild pig are the best pig to eat. Well, so I heard, but I don't know. I have no evidence. I don't eat pigs. So I'm not the best person to ask, but maybe I could get a pig expert. So the next time I go to Portland, I will ask someone. Oh, well, it doesn't have even have to be, but seeing that the wild pigs are in Portland, I could check with someone over there, and they might be able to expound on that thought and give you some info on the wild pigs over there in Portland. Yeah, man. But the idea of turning pig into dinner, it's definitely a wonderful one. I also hear that there are dares. There are a few dares over there in Portland. So if you have never had dare, you might want to join on that journey over there through the hills to go to Portland. We might be able to turn a dare into dinner. Well, hold on there. What our deer meat name I get? Our deer meat name. Is it venison? I think deer meat is called venison. Somebody check that and let me know. Well, I've never seen one, but I've seen deers, but not in Jamaica. Well, no, I have seen a deer in Jamaica at the zoo. Long time ago, there were deers at the zoo in Jamaica. So I saw deer at the zoo, but I've never seen deer in the wild. But I hear from credible sources that there are deers in Jamaica. I hear that way. I think it was sometime in the 1980s. Apparently, someone had brought deers here, and there was like a hurricane, and the deers escaped and started to, populate the hills of Portland. So I hear that it's kind of a delicacy over there where it is sold for, I think at one point I heard someone saying it's like you can get it for like $4,000 per pound. So by the way, would you pigs? No, I've never seen a wild pig, but they are wild. So unless I am out there in the wild, I wouldn't see them. But I hear that those pigs are typical. Yeah, that there is no speculation, and that is a fact that there are wild pigs. That I know about. Yeah, so that's not up for debate. That's definitely out. And I think, I mean, I've been to Portland and see where persons are selling jerk pork, and they're saying that it's wild pig. I don't know that part. I don't know. But yeah, man. So wild pig about in the hills, them man. But I hear that those are some very dangerous customers. Like they have this thing called the tusk that grows very long, and if they feel threatened, they will attack. They'll attack with their tusk. That's like a horn growing through somewhere close to their mouth. Yeah, I hear that it's kind of, or it's a tooth that's very long, and it's not sure what it is, but so I heard. As I said, I've never seen them, but I hear that some of those pigs are not real pigs. I hear that some of them are paranormal creatures. So would you take the chance and risk it to eat one of those pigs when you don't know? So you want to try the wild pigs. What if you end up eating one of the paranormal ones? And when I say paranormal, me I talk about the dopey pig them. Would you take the risk? Would you take the risk? Here you know. I hear that. I hear that there are dopey pigs. Would you take that chance? Sh- Sharon McDowell. Welcome, welcome to Tropical Nomad TV. I am streaming here from St. Andrew, Jamaica, looking across the hills. Beyond those hills, it's Portland over there. So I'm just waiting for the sun to rise, but it seems like the clouds, that's the clouds that you're seeing right there, they're winning the battle with the sun. Well, eventually the sun is gonna win, but right now the clouds are having the upper hand. But the sun definitely are gonna take care of the cloud. We're on self, man. So I'm waiting for the sun to rise. Well, the sun has risen, but it's not shining in all its glory right here. But as soon as it starts shining in all its glory, of course, I am going to take with myself because I do not want to get burnt like that. Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, there is a bird close by, but it's kind of out of the camera shot. But can you hear that bird? I don't know why this bird doesn't come in the shot of the camera. But in the meantime, all right, here this question. By the way, Sharon McDowell, where are you watching me from? What time is it in your place? Yeah, man, Sharon is with us. All right, so right now it is 6:41 here in Jamaica. Sharon McDowell, where are you watching me from? Like I said, thanks for coming. Yeah, man, so Sharon. So, Duppy is a paranormal. It might be mythical. I don't know if a Duppy is real, but I hear that they are real. There are some creatures. There might be some spiritual, some paranormal, some supernatural types of creatures that has supernatural powers. So it could be a figment of one's imagination and it could be real. Are you willing to take that chance? They are they are the spirits beyond the grave. So I don't know if that is true, but do I want to find out? Or by the way, do you want to find out? Duppy, Jumbi, or Ghost. I guess they're all the same. So like one. No, that is sounding very interesting. Well, I am beyond the camera. Well, I'm behind the camera, so you can't see. It could be one talking to you. Who knows? A joke, yeah. I'm a real person, but on this type of life, not showing myself on this type of life, it's about showing you the background. If you look at my other lives, you will see me. So I am by no means a paranormal creature. I am definitely a normal creature. I'm a human being. Yes, I'm definitely a human being. And not supernatural and not paranormal. This dog in the background keep on making so much noise. I'm out here to listen to the birds and but that. By the way, can you hear the birds? as real can be. See my hand? Doesn't this hand look real? Does it look like a real hand or does it look like a paranormal hand? As real as a person who can use a phone to video. As real as a person who can create a YouTube channel called Tropical Nomad TV. And by the way, I'm a digital nomad. I'm freelancer. Been doing this since 2012. So if you're interested in that type of lifestyle, only want to work from home and stuff like that, of course, keep tuning into the channel and you'll eventually get videos on that. I might even go live and, tell you about the digital nomadic lifestyle, how you can get started, the things you need to get started and give you a bit of guidance along the way. And it's YouTube, so of course, the all the information I give here on YouTube, it's free. So you don't know, just Keep watching, and in the meantime, if you have any questions right now about the digital nomadic lifestyle, you want to be a freelancer, want to work from home, you don't know, you can just drop a quick message and I'll try to address it as best as possible. Although I am here waiting for the sun to rise, watching that eternal battle between the clouds that you're seeing right there and the sun. Who is gonna take the sky this morning? Is it gonna be the cloud? Is it gonna be the sun? Who knows? Anyway, in the meantime, them said Duppy can look real. Who told you that? So I guess that person has lots of experience with Duppies. All right. So interesting. So have you ever had an experience with a Duppy? Have you ever seen one? I hear there are some creatures. I hear that the very dangerous Duppies in Jamaica, they are called rolling calf. Have you ever seen a rolling calf? Subject? You mean like CSEC slash CXC subjects? No, you just once you have the knowledge to do the job, that's it. They're not gonna ask you for that type of thing. You just go on the website, complete your profile, put in your different type of your experience, your level of education, different stuff like that. But like actual CSEC or CXC subjects, they don't ask you for that. So you can just go on the website and check it out. Like this is a global platform where you have different persons from different parts of the world looking to hire people. So they wouldn't be asking for, local, or should I say Caribbean types of qualification. So once you have the knowledge and you can prove that you have the knowledge based on your skills, or, what you put in your proposal, you have a shot of getting jobs over there. Do you try? No, I am not. I'm not the one hiring. It's like I said, it's a platform that you go on where there are different clients hiring people. So depending on the client, they will determine if they want to hire you without experience. But based on my experience so far, clients are oftentimes willing to. Definitely clients are oftentimes willing to hire you without lots of experience, so you can get experience on the job. But that's based on what I've noticed so far. I can see Soul Stars of TVF tuning in, saying stopping by to say blessed day to all. Yeah, man. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping a message. Definitely appreciated. You don't know. Good morning to you. Morning to you right now. It's 6:48 a.m. here in Jamaica. Not sure where you're watching from, but you don't know wherever you're watching from. Big up yourself. Greetings to you. Special greetings to you. And I surely appreciate your comment. Yeah, man, definitely. So what's up with you this morning? That's if it's morning for you, because you could be in a different part of the world where it's not morning. All right. Look at that sweet sap tree. Yeah, you see that sweet sap tree, and then there's the pepper elder right there. That's that broadleaf tree. 7:49. All right. Sounds like you're tuning in from the east coast of the United States, or you could even be tuning in from the eastern coast of Canada, or you're tuning in from the eastern Caribbean. One of those, definitely. Or it could even be somewhere on the east coast of South America. One of them places you're at. Gots to be one of them places once I see, 7:49. So you're 1 hour ahead of Jamaica right now. Let me see. Oh, and that make it, let's see, let's name some places on the. All right, yes, indeed. Midwest slash East Coast. All right. See, we kind of know our geography a bit. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Yes, indeed. Midwest slash East Coast USA. All right. So, well, I guess you know, because I was just about to, name a few states, but I guess you want to keep it discreet a bit. So we're not gonna push for that. But places on the East Coast, just for the purposes of the video, places on the East Coast, you have that would have that same time right now. You have New York, you have Massachusetts, you have Maryland, you have Florida, you have Georgia, all those places right now have its 7:49 a.m. Yeah, man, them the 1 hour ahead of Jamaica. Let me see which other state over there on the East Coast. So you have Connecticut, you have Delaware, you have DC, you have yeah, that's Washington DC, not Washington State, but District of Columbia, that is DC. You have did I say Delaware? Not sure if I said Delaware. There is New Jersey, there is Pennsylvania. Them and all them places having it's 1 hour ahead and a few others, but yeah, we're not gonna name all of them states there right now, but you get the general essence there right now. It's 6:41 a.m. here in Jamaica, but for those places I named, it is 7:41 a.m. Yeah, man. So big up to you, Soul Star of TVF. Yeah, man. Thanks much for coming. Thanks for commenting. Appreciate it. So, what's the weather like in your place today? Right now, like you can see, there's a there's a bit of cloud in the sky, but it's nothing really to write home about. But nothing really to write home about. But it's sort of the cloud for now. It's kind of winning the battle. Not fully, but it's kind of winning the battle. But I can see the place is getting bright. So seem like the sun decided to stamp its authority and show who is the boss. Because we know that the sun is the boss. The sun, not the data. Yeah, man, the sun is definitely the boss. And I was just playing on words when I said the sun, not the data, because of course it's a different kind of sun. This is SUN. And the sun related to data, that is SON. You see what I go at this over the right. So the play on words, but anyway, I left that alone. All right, thank you, my friend. It's brisk, chill, and cloudy here. All right, let me see. And right now, let me see. It's so I think it could be about. Let me try to guess the temperature in your place. Right now, it could be about maybe about 60 degrees, maybe about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it could be around that kind of temperature. Because although it's supposed to be springtime, yeah, sometimes it's still a bit chilly. But yeah, man, so like about 65 or so. Yeah, man, 65. I don't think it's up to 70. 70 would be, you know, yeah, it wouldn't be like that. So 60 to 65. What do you think? And by the way, Soul Star of TVF, if you haven't subscribed, I'll appreciate you consider subscribing to the channel. You don't know. All right, so we have Cheyenne here. Sorry for not responding to your last message in good timing. So will help us to land our first job. Well, I can try my best to help you. Yeah, man, I could give you a bit of guidance. Of course, like I said, I'll be doing videos where I'll give you tips on how you can write your proposals, how you can engage with your clients and so on. So definitely is something I can try my best to help with. So yeah, man. This all right. You see it. So one starts so the sun is boss, so the sun know what go on. All right. Look through no, that's the sweet sap tree is in front, but there is another tree over there. I think that look like what them call it, a panchalang tree. Is it? Yeah, man. If you know panchalang, I don't know the scientific name for it. I'd have to go look it up. If you look right there, you can see the sun peeping through. See what's going on there? Just right there, you should be able to see the sun peeping through. So the sun has finally stamped its class and decides say it's gonna bud up the cloud and tell the cloud say, hey, move up. Our time now, my time. So don't go and like say you're too like you're better than me. Yeah, man. So definitely, Shine. So if it's something that if you wanna get a job, yeah, man, definitely check out the freelancing sites. You have Upwork.com, you have Fiverr.com. There are some others too, but those are the main ones, in my opinion, of course, because all of this is my opinion. Uh, So Logos Rabas. All right. All right. We see what go on. All right. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Thanks for keeping the comments coming. And by the way, Sol, that sound like meaning of sun in Spanish. Yeah, man, that's what it sounds like. Not sure, but I think that's what it is right now. My Spanish teacher from high school wouldn't be proud of me, but I said I wasn't the best Spanish student, but I can help myself a bit. I've been to I've been to some Spanish countries and I was able to communicate a little bit, just enough to help myself, yeah, man. Where visit places like yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Yeah, man, we do all kind of play and words and all kind of thing, just to keep the life them active. Yeah, man, so we can, we do them type of thing. The word play is always a nice thing. Words like sun, so. Yeah, man, thanks, man. Keep the comments coming. And by the way, all right, you see it. Soul Star, yeah, man. Soul Star sound like he's a yard person. Not sure if it's if it's a if it's a man or a woman, but yeah, man. Them said Ja, so like it's a yard person, so we're not gonna say yard man, cause we don't know if it's a man or a woman, but you don't know. Big up, man. Once we say Ja, I am thinking I'm leaning toward, yeah, yeah, man. I'm thinking that it's a person from Jamaica. Anyway, Cheyenne, are you still here on the live? You don't know, drop a quick message if you're still here on the live with me. Yeah, man, just drop me a quick message if you're still there. All right. All right, Sissy, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Thank you very much for coming. Definitely appreciate your messages. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you don't know, big up yourself. Yes, man. CC, yeah, man. Definitely. We appreciate you coming and, sharing all these wonderful comments. And by the way, let me ask you, what's your favorite morning routine? Seeing that it's morning time right now, what's your favorite morning type of routine? All right. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you very much for connecting. And I could see you sending that heart emoji made with your hands, which is, yeah, definitely wonderful. Thanks for the love. Thanks for showering Tropical Nomad TV with love. And we here at Tropical Nomad TV, all the subscribers and the Tropical Nomad TV family that's bringing you the content. Well, it's only me bringing the content, but you don't know, we definitely love you too. Thanks for showing us love. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for commenting. Yeah, man. So, CC, what's your favorite morning routine? How do you start your mornings? You see who else is here on the Who else is here on the chat? Seems like Cheyenne is gone. Me not understand. Seem like Cheyenne take with himself. Alright. Content creation, trading, show, whatever. Got it. Alright, so let me read Soul Star messages. So content creation, training, shower, and whatever God intends to follow that morning routine. No planning. All right. So, yeah, man, I can see that, you just take it on an impromptu basis and you just do whatever. Yeah, man. So that's a good way to get things done. I can hear a foul in the background. Did you hear that? I just heard a fall. I've been here for over an hour, and it's the first time I'm hearing that fall. So it seems like the fall has just woken up. I don't even know what our chickens are fowls sleeping habits, but just I said that. All right, look at the formation of the cloud. See, it's a bit different. Earlier, you had this huge one. Right now, the formation is a bit different, I guess, because the sun is winning the battle. Like I said, I must go. All right, so yeah, man. So Soul Star said, I must go for now. I'm a door greeter for another. All right, thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, man, you don't know. Blessings and special greetings to you. Thank you very much for subscribing to Tropical Nomad TV. You don't know. Big up yourself. Have a wonderful day over there on the east coast of the US. Big up. All right, let me see who else is here. Let's drop a quick message. As I said, Soul Star was just here, but they had to check out to go take care of some other stuff. So whoever else is here, just drop a quick message. Is Cheyenne still here? Cheyenne was asking about getting a job as a freelancer, but I don't see them engaging. So let me see if they're still here. Of course, we're ready to give them the details they need. So like I see what I want, because I'm saying we do all type of things over here on Tropical Nomad TV. So we're there for the fun, but we're also there for some serious kind of thing too. Getting a job is always something serious, yeah, man. So if that's something you're interested in, you don't know, just drop a drop me a quick message. And as I'm here waiting for the sun to, yeah, man, it's right now. Sun is sun is coming out in all its glory, but like I said, the cloud is putting up quite a strong battle this morning. I know why the cloud feel like it want, yeah, cloud are doing things still, but so the cloud nah go win. No matter where the cloud try, the cloud could have deal, it's not gonna win. Cause guess what? The sun is made of fire, and the cloud is made of water vapor, ice crystals. So do you think the cloud can ever match the sun in battle? Never. It's definitely gonna turn into vapor. Although they are not that close to each other though, but you know what go. Sun is 93 million miles away and the cloud, yeah, whatever. Distance of the cloud varies. So, them they're very far. Cloud they're very close. When you're flying in a plane, there are always clouds. But then the clouds are not even that high up because when the plane goes to like 33,000 feet, well, I've seen planes go higher too. I've seen planes even go 36,000 feet. When you get to that height, there are no, well, you look down at the clouds from there and you can't even see them because you're so far away. So the clouds are close by. Clouds, that's where the rain and other precipitation falls from. But the sun, that's where we get heat from. By the way, the main source of energy for the earth is the sun. Like pretty much everything comes from if you really look at it, everything kind of comes from the sun. Yeah, so the plants need the sun to grow. Uh, we as humans, we need the sun also. Yeah, man. We're not getting all of them details, but yeah, man, I can see that someone else checked in on the chat. So just drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. Yeah, man, we had a few persons here so far, posting a number of comments. We had Cheyenne here asking about working from home, being a freelancer like myself. You had and Cheyenne also spoke about Cheyenne, yeah, that's Chyon, spoke, asked about paranormal activity, and I guess that person is always also quite brave because they were asking about walking over those hills in the background to get to Portland, and they wanted to turn a pig into pork, turn a pig into dinner. They were speaking about eating deers, all that kind of stuff, encountering with paranormal creatures and all them kind of stuff. Plus, they asked about getting a job on the internet. So I guess that a viewer is quite a diverse kind of viewer. So yeah, man. So while we wait on the sun to finally state its dominance and win the battle, stop the playing around and win the battle, I'm just here chilling and reading your comments. So yeah, man, drop a few comments and drop a comment. Tell me where you're watching me from. While so we have a viewer. We had a viewer earlier. Not yeah, I don't think that viewer is still here. Seem they have checked out. So we have a viewer here from Jamaica. I think they said Linstead, and then we had another viewer from the east coast of the US. They were 1 hour ahead. They didn't state the exact state, but yeah, somewhere on the east coast and east coast of the US, that is. Yeah, man. So you don't know. Drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. We can chop it up and what I reasoning about anything you have in mind. Yeah, man. So we even have Soul Star that told me their morning routine is content creation, show, and pretty much anything anywhere God leads them, like they said. I'd have to go back to the message to see exactly what they said. So they said no planning, of course. So they will let me read that message. They said content creation, training, shower, and whatever God intends to follow that morning, no planning. So we can see that Soul Star is a very impromptu kind of person. Yeah, man. You don't know, very spontaneous kind of person. So them just do them thing. And I could see that someone else is checked in on the live. And we're watching as the sun rises. The sun try to win the battle. Well, the sun doesn't need to try win the battle. I guess the sun is showing, you know, yeah, the sun is being a good sport. Look at that bird passing by. Did you see it? Yeah, man. See a bird just passed by a while ago. Move the move the camera just a bit to get a better kind of shot. See what I go on. Yeah, man. You don't know. Big up yourself and drop a quick message. Drop a quick message. Tell me where you're watching me from and what time is it in your place. Yeah, man, this is Delavint, I'm streaming to you live from St. Andrew, Jamaica. Yeah, man. Or if you want to say Kingston, whatever you want to say. And looking over there at Portland in the backdrop that's beyond the hills, the backdrop or beyond the mountains and the backdrop. Yeah, man, we have some wonderful content creators from over there in Portland. Yeah, man. Some of the top content creators from Jamaica are from over there in Portland, and see the place finally getting bright. The sun is stating its dominance. The sun finally decided to take charge. And it looks like it's about to get hot. But while that is happening, let me just keep watching, watching to see how the battle is gonna unfold. Because this battle unfolds every morning, but it's always different. The cloud always, what them said, the cloud feel it icy die. Well, the cloud is made of ice crystals that is. Always try to battle the sun, and it has never won that battle. But make we see if one day it will ever win. Well, if the cloud ever win the battle with the sun, things are not gonna work like they're working right now. But let's see how that will goes. But for now, we know how the battle is gonna end every day. But however the battle ends, watching it is always nice. Yesterday morning, sky was quite clear. Yeah, man, we had very clear sky yesterday morning. But this morning, it's a bit of cloud over there. But you don't know this. Irrespective of what happens, the cloud, irrespective of what happens, the sun is gonna win. Anyway, in the meantime, let's drop me a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. This is Delaminton. I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica. I have the camera pointed at over there in Portland, watching as the sun rises. Yeah, man, you don't know. Big up yourself. There's a bit of cloud cover this morning, but so you go. Weather is not always the same every day, so we take it as it comes. Yeah, man, this is what it is. All right, try to get a good kind of camera angle. All right, just keeps on. Yeah, all right. If we get a nice camera angle, this keeps on slipping. All right, see, kind of angled up a bit. Yeah, man. But when it's angled like that, I can't really see the chat as good as I would want. Wish I had another gadget out here that I could, read while I go on, but that's mine. I hear a few birds there. All right. Yeah, man, the birds coming out in their glory right now. Trying to capture them in the shot too. Yeah, man. Definitely want to capture the birds them in the shot. Let me see what time is it right now. It's 7:13 a.m. right here in Jamaica. Different places have different time. Looking at my breadfruit tree right there. I actually showed my breadfruit tree yesterday morning and showed my ackee tree. I might decide to show them again this morning, but for now, I'm just looking over there at the clouds, trying to outdo the sun. But while the cloud try to outdo the sun, it always gives a nice picture. You know, Yesterday it was clear skies. Today it's not that clear. Clouds are there. Anyway, in the meantime, just drop a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. Yeah, man, just do that, man. Yeah, man, just left me a quick message. Let me know what's up. And by the way, if it's morning time for you, what's your breakfast? Let me see. Oh, go on, and if you haven't subscribed, of course, consider subscribing and like you're seeing right here on the channel. Yeah, man. Subscribe to Tropical Nomad TV. Yeah, man. Just like that, man. Just consider hitting the subscribe button and returning for more. Planning to do this in the mornings. Well, not every day, because of course we might have things to take care of. Look at that. No, the bird kind of got out of the shot. But this looks so beautiful. We can see the green close by. We can see the blue. We can see the dark green, darker green looking hills. We can see the blue of the sky. We can see the white cloud. And we see the yellow from the sunshine or the gold from the sunshine. Do you hear that bird in the background? Or those birds? Because they're different. It seems to be different species of birds. Listen. Do you hear the birds? Wow, look at this shot. Now, man, somebody screenshot this to me, man. I like that shot here. This shot is like so perfect. Look at look at it. There is the sun shining through that tree. And I can see a few persons checked in. You can see a few persons checked in. So if you like the sunrise, or if you look at that shot, oh my word, this shot is so magnificent. It's looking so majestic. If you like that shot, of course, just drop me a quick message. If you like how that shot looks in the camera, you don't know, drop me a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from and listen to the birds. I see checking out my other device, not the perfect gadget, checking out my other device to see what's going on and if I have any missed calls or anything. Not gonna take a call here on the live though, but I'll look to see who is calling me and I'll call them back when the live is finished. Hey, this shot is shot I'm looking at right here. It's looking so nice. Oh my word! And can you see the mountains? Look at those magnificent mountains in the background. Let me see if I could show you it from a different angle. See what's happening there? See that? Like that shot there? Yeah, man. In the meantime, Delamint streaming to you. Well, I never see me have the mic put on. But I think you should still be able to hear me though. But the mic wasn't pinned on to my clothes or in my hand. Yeah, man. So look at that magnificent shot. It's looking so majestic. It's majestically beautiful. Yeah, man. So just drop me a quick message and tell me where you're watching from. I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica. Yeah, man. Let me see what time it is right now. It is 7:18 a.m. Yeah, man. 7:18 a.m. out here in Jamaica. So what time is it in your place? Yeah, man. So the pin comment. Yeah, man. So you don't know. Just respond to the pin comment. This thing is telling me that my phone is hot. It's too hot. Use anyway. That's fine. Should be able to endure that. Yeah, man. In the meantime, would they wait for anybody else to drop me a quick message to tell me what's up? Did I just hear thunder? Did I just hear thunder? And if I heard thunder, that could be a sign of rain later today. That will make things even more interesting. See oh my word, look at wow. This backdrop is so nice. I can see someone checked in. What kind of bird? All right, let me see if I can show you this bird without it flying away. One sec, just gonna turn the camera. Do you see that bird in the tree? See that bird right there? Look at that bird. Zoom a bit further. Look at it. See that bird? Look at that bird. What type of bird do you think that is? Anyway, in the meantime, of course, just drop me a quick message and tell me where you're watching from. Streaming to you live from Jamaica. Bird seems like it's trying to hide itself, but of course, you know, the bird can't hide. Yeah, I zoomed a bit too much, and the bird is hiding behind that branch. See, it just flew away. Yeah, the bird took itself. Hopefully, you were able to, you know, get glimpses of it. See how this is zoomed? So much zoom on that shot right here. Yeah, man, I zoomed in so much because I was just showing a bird. I can see that you're just checked in. You might not have seen the bird, but I just zoomed in on a bird that was quite, yeah, looking at the hills over there. Take that zoom off. Yeah, man. Look at the clouds, the wonderful looking cloud there. Yeah, man. See how the sky is looking nice today. Not as clear as yesterday, but it's definitely looking nice. In the meantime, you don't know. Big up yourself. Thanks for coming. Thanks for everyone who contributed so far, you know. Yeah, man, everyone who contributed with a comment, a like, share, or if you subscribed to the channel. And by the way, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. You don't know, you subscribing is very much appreciated, and it will go a long way in helping the channel to grow more and take you to some interesting places. Right now, I'm sitting outside of my house, just showing you the backdrop. But if you want me to take you other places, consider subscribing, and that will go a long way in helping that. Anyway, you don't know. Big up yourself, man. Is me. Right now it is 7:23 a.m. in Jamaica. Tell me where you're watching me from, and what time is it in your place? See that cloud? See how that looks nice? It's so magnificent. And there's the hills over there too, and the blue sky. Yeah, man. Shot looks perfect. If there's anyone here that can, you know, capture a screenshot, that would be nice. I should actually capture a photo, but I only have one device, so not able to capture this picture. But I so would like to capture this picture right now. Yeah, like what I'm seeing right now. The phone is in vertical mode, and I'd wanna capture this in landscape. But you know, it's not landscape right now. But I guess that tells me that I need to have another device, so I should invest in another device. When that's possible, of course, I'll definitely do that. So, you know, I'm here doing content and I see a still photo that I want to capture. I could definitely do that at the same time. But you don't know, channel is growing, so I definitely gonna do that. So we've been here on the live for 1 hour and 29 minutes. We're gonna be chilling here for a bit longer, of course. You know, waiting for a few more persons to come, and also waiting for the sun to start shining in all its glory. once the sun starts to shine in all its glory, I'm gonna go back inside my house. Yeah, man, definitely. I go back inside of my house once the sun starts shining like that. Yeah, sun hot. Well, not right now. Right now it's cool. Yeah, man, I could feel that morning kind of chill. All right. See the hills in the background. Yeah, man. So we now clickbait real thing we are showing us. Say, man, we have the mountain, mountain ranges in the background. So go on. So no clickbait. Real things that we are showing the mountain in the background, man. Where them say no capping. I can hear the thunder rumbling in the background. Not sure if you're able to hear that, but I could hear the thunder. I could hear the dog. I can hear the birds, and I could look at the trees. And while I'm here waiting on the birds to fly by, because from time to time the birds do fly by, and a few minutes ago I zoomed in on one that was perched on a tree right in front of me over there. But in the meantime, just keep watching as I wait for the sun to rise over the hills. Yeah, man, don't know. Just drop me a quick message and tell me where you watch me from. Is it? Surely appreciate you coming over here on the live. Yes, I could see someone else checked in on the live. What's up? Yeah, man, they don't know. Drop me a quick message and tell me where you watch me from. Is it showing you the. Can you hear the birds in the background? Drop me a quick message and let me know if you hear the bird, them, man. Yeah, sitting outside here, listening to the birds and soaking up nature. It's always nice to get your morning started with, you know, some nature in a tranquil kind of environment. And that's what it is. So if you don't have that type of environment, check it out on my live. Yeah, man. Stay tuned in. Yeah, man. Just watch it on, watch and listen to it on my live. And I might just take you to some other places for that morning adventure, that morning check-in, showing you the sunrise and all that good stuff. By the way, when I see nobody, I drop a message. Come on, man. On our daily, drop a quick message. But did I just see something flew across the screen? Was that a bird that flew across the screen? Was it? Not even sure, but whatever it is. Well, we have had a few shots with birds in it from morning, but the birds have been quite shy. You can hear them, but not quite seeing that many of them. I just zoomed in on one maybe about 15 to 20 minutes ago. The man who they up on the live with me when I did. Yeah, man, who they up on the live with me? You don't know, just drop me a quick message. Tell me where you're watching me from. This is Delamint and I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica. By the way, why is that lizard? Well, it's not in shot though. Yeah, not gonna point the camera in that direction, but there's a lizard crawling on my house. What's wrong with that lizard? Anyway, leave that lizard alone. Yeah, we're not turn the camera in that direction there. So just keep looking forward. That's where the camera is pointing at this time. On different occasions we'll change the where the camera points, but for now, camera is pointing ahead, looking at the mountain range in the distance. Yeah, beyond those mountains, it's Portland over there. Yeah, man, the nice, cool, tranquil parish of Portland in the distance. I know it's a good friend of mine who suggested that I do this type of content in the morning, and other than just me doing the content, it's nice being outside here. Normally, I not come outside in the morning like that, but me being outside here, it's very nice. Yeah, man, it feels a bit, well, to me, my experience, being outside here, it feels therapeutic. So, yeah, man, we just go and enjoy the nature, enjoy the feeling of being outside here while I look at the mountains in the backdrop, listen to the birds, look at the birds, and all that. Hear that dog in the background. I did not come outside here to hear dogs, but yeah, whatever. Guess that dog feels like they want to make themselves be a part of my life. All right, dog. Yes, the world is hearing you. People from all over the world watching this live. So, dog, you are now international. Is there that's a wasp flying by? Not sure if it was captured. Yeah, wasp just flew in front of the camera. But who knows if it was captured? Don't know if my yeah, if the lens that crisp and clean for capture something as small as a wasp. Just hear a bird in the background or some birds sound like John Chewy. They say that the John Chewy says, "Sweet John Chewy." That's what they say. The tune of the John Chewy is saying. That's what should I say folklore say that that's what the John Chewy bird is trying to say. Sweet John Chewy. By the way, what does a John Chewy bird looks like? I don't even know. But anyway, that's what they say. And as I said, it's just what they say, and I'm bringing it to you. It's not nothing that I'm saying this is how it is. Not saying it's factual information, just relaying what people say. Wonder if you can hear the different birds. Yeah, man, I can hear the different sounds in the background. Quite tranquil and nice right here in the morning. It's early, but it's not. It's like 7:34 a.m. I don't know. Meantime, drop me a drop me a quick message. Drop me a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. Me I go put on the mic for a second and go inside, go get something. But in the meantime, keep looking at the mountains, listen to the birds, and look if you see any birds flying by. So far, just go and watch. If you reach, just drop me a message, and when I get back, I'll read it. Just not go nowhere. Just hold tight. Go and Bill, relax, chill. All right, me there again. Toby Wagwan. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Toby. Are you still here? Just went inside for a second. Yo, Toby, if you're here, you know, just drop a quick message, drop another quick message and tell me what's up. I can see another person checked in right here. Is this Toby coming back? Yeah, man. Big up to everyone who was here watching, everyone who has commented, everyone who has liked. Yeah, man. All that, man. Everyone who has subscribed on to the channel so far. Your subscription is definitely very much appreciated. And by the way, this is not a photo. This is an actual camera shot. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, them saying if you eat and talk, but that are going right now. They up on the live and yeah, hold on, them mute this for a second, cause well, although I'm back, I didn't make an official announcement to say that I am back, but they don't know we're there again. Hope no one thinks that. Let me make it clear that I am here. Let me just drop a quick message right here in the comment. I can hear thunder in the background. Wait, yeah, my next phone battery. My next phone battery is dying. Needs to be charged, but of course we can do that, man. Go back inside. Let me see. I have missed calls. Let me see who was calling me. And I guess I'll return those calls once the live is finished. Alright. Yeah, it's a bit cloudy today. Not sunny like yesterday. But you know the weather is never the same. So it's what it is. But like I said, the cloud will never win the battle. So it doesn't matter how the cloud act and play tough. Cloud is never ever gonna win the battle. The sun will always win. But it's just a matter of time. Yeah, I can see that someone is checked in. Yo, go on. Big up yourself, you know. Thanks for tuning in on the live. Of course, you don't know, drop a quick message. Tell me where you're watching me from and what time is it over there. Right now, it is 7:48 a.m. in Jamaica. That's where I'm streaming to you from. And that's not Jamaica, New York. That's Jamaica in the Caribbean. Jamaica, the country. Not Jamaica Avenue in Queens, but Jamaica, the country. Anyway, who else they up on the live with me? Just drop a quick message, man. You know, don't be shy, don't be selfish. Just drop a quick message on. Let's chop it up. Where you watching me from? Big up yourself, you know. Welcome, yeah, man. So what's on your mind today? Today, I would love to go on a road trip, but should I? I know I'm a bit tired, but I definitely would wanna go on a road trip. Maybe drive to somewhere beyond those hills that you're seeing. See how the hill them look nice? By the way, if you're there upon the live with me, yeah man, make we nice up the live, man. Drop a drop a quick message, car. See earlier we did have Soul Star. Live did I go on good them time they when Soul Star the day, yeah, man. And especially when Soul Star, yeah man. They have a quick little convo with Soul Star and Cheyenne the day I talk about she want, yeah, Cheyenne there say them want why them there say something about dopey pig and all type of thing and paranormal activity and wanting to get a job online and all them type of stuff. Them and them time that the live the nice and we also had Sharon McDowell. Who else was here on the live? We have Toby make a quick check in, but Toby seemed to be gone. Didn't, much of an interaction with Toby this morning. But you don't know whatever contribution you made to the live, it's definitely appreciated. Even if you just came and didn't say anything, even if you just liked or subscribed or whatever it is. Once you were connected to the live, by some means, definitely appreciated. Even if you just came up. Korean Soul, Wagwan, what's up? What's up? What's up? Big up, big up, big up, big up to Ohio. What time is it over there in Ohio? Right now it's 7:51 a.m. here in Jamaica. Korean Soul, what's up? What's up? Let me see. Is Ohio on Eastern time or is it on Central? I'm not sure of that one. Not sure. Not sure. Of course, if it's Eastern, it's gonna be seven. It's gonna be 8:51, and if it's Central, it's gonna be 7:51, just like it is here in Jamaica. So, what time is it over there? And just as 8:51. So Korean Soul is out there on the East Coast. Yeah, man. They have the same time as New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Florida, Georgia, and a whole host of places. All right, you see it. You love the Caribbean. This might be a different side of the Caribbean because you were looking. I mean, the Caribbean, you expect beaches and water life, coastal life. But here I'm showing you from the hills. Look at the hills in the background. They're looking quite majestic. Sky is not quite clear today, so the sun is battling with the cloud. You can see the sun trying to peek through the clouds. Unlike yesterday the sun was quite hot. Sun was kind of high in the sky, and I was considering going back inside, but right now I can still chill on the outside and it's still a bit cool. By the way, what's the temperature over there in Ohio this morning. Right now, it's like maybe about let me see, maybe about 70. Yeah, it could be about 70 right now here because it's still a bit cool. Yeah, it's lots of cloud cover. As you can hear the dog right there in the can hear the dog in the background. You can should be able to hear the birds. Yeah, my a few of my viewers yesterday morning said they could hear the birds in my background. And by the way, Korean Soul, have well, I guess you have been to the where in the Caribbean have you been? Have you been to Jamaica? Have you been to Trinidad? Have you been to Puerto Rico? Have you been to Barbados? Have you been to Antigua? Have you been to St. Vincent? Have you been to St. Kitts? Let me see. Where did I miss? I hope none of my fellow Caribbean people, I hope they don't say that I've missed out their country, but there are so many different countries and different cultures in the Caribbean. Where have you been? All right, Trinidad, yeah, man. Big up to Trinidad. If anyone here from Trinidad, you don't know, big up yourself, man. 58. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it's it's getting there. It's like it's not cold, but it's yeah, it's a bit nippy. That kind of temperature. It's kind of yeah. Because you know it's strange as you speak of the temperature. Like here in Jamaica, it's typically hot, and once it get if it gets to like well coldest it might get in some places might be about 60, and that's like rarely it gets to that type of temperature. When it gets to that temperature, like you feel really cold. But then whenever I travel to the US and I feel real cold, where I've seen something like 25 already. I can't remember. I think it was I was in New York and I felt my matter of fact, I think it was even colder than that. I think it was even like 15. I can't remember, but it was like really cold. But then I was able to survive that cold. But then when I come to Jamaica and I feel slightly chill, I'm like running for cover. So I don't know what's going on. I guess it's a different kind of cold. Yeah, man. So Trinidad is nice. And did you have doubles over there? How was the food in Trinidad? Did you go there for carnival? Yeah, man, Trinidad is definitely definitely a nice place to be at, man. Yeah, man. So you're over there in Toledo, Ohio. Next time, all the countries in the Caribbean they are different. So you get different flavors from different places, different vibes, different food, and that's everything different. So you might the next time you might want to take something like a Caribbean tour. So you're down there in Trinidad, that's like southern southeastern Caribbean. You can check out Barbados, maybe St. Vincent, all them kind of places. Then you can come to the n- northern part of the Caribbean, like Jamaica, the Bahamas, them kind of places is a different type of vibe. The culture is different, music is different, the food is different to an extent. Yeah, man. So definitely spicy and different. Uh, okay, I had iguana, and my favorite was tashine and cassava root. Okay, sounds interesting. Uh, well, sounds interesting. I've been to Trinidad, but I've never had iguana. Yeah, I don't think I would try iguana. But by the way, question: How does it taste? How did it taste? Can you tell me about the taste of the iguana? I mean, it's always interesting, to hear about that exotic type of type of food. It sounds very interesting. Like what? Okay, cool, interesting, very interesting. Indeed, it is. Like, yep, cool. All right, so when you come to Jamaica, well. Speaking of chicken, you can get jerk chicken. It's chicken that's done over like they can do it in a drum, which is like a grill, but it's a makeshift grill where they cut the drum in half and they put a grill on it and stuff, and the chicken is seasoned really spicy there, so they have lots of spices, herbs and spices, rubbed onto the chicken, and have it marinating that, and then you place it over the grill. Or you could actually do it the traditional way where you place it on the chicken after you season it up. Of course, you would cook it on top of pimento wood. So you put the pimento wood on, like you have sheets of the pimento wood, and you jerk it on top of that. Definitely tastes good. There is also jerk pork, which I don't eat pork, but I hear that it tastes really good. Yeah, man. And I could even show you something right now that they use to season those jerk meals, or at least the very traditional ones. There's a thing called pepper elder. So back when they just came up with the idea of jerk, and this was like very long time ago, back in the days when they had the maroons. Yeah, yeah, man. This is one of the things they use. This is called the pepper elder. It has a slightly peppery kind of taste. Yeah, I wish you could capture this. I just broke it and rubbed it in my hand. I wish you could, smell this. But yeah, man, it has a nice kind of smell. The pepper elder. Yeah, all of this is in my backyard. Yeah, a few leaves of it. There's another little pepper elder tree right there. Yeah, man. And by the way, thank you very much for coming to my channel and for commenting. Of course, if you like the content, I'd appreciate you consider subscribing. Yeah, man. Consider subscribing to the channel. And as you mentioned, food, I'll be going, places where you hear me speak about the jerk chicken and the jerk pork. I will take you places where this is actually being done. This is just me at my house, so but I'll actually take you places where you can see persons doing this. Or one of these days, I might just get myself one of those drums, cut it in half and do some jerk chicken right here from my yard. Who knows? I might have a few friends over and I do this right here on live. So definitely consider subscribing. Oh, soursop leaf. Yes, man. Soursop leaf, man. It's a nice, mild kind of. I can't even describe the sauce of leaf tea, but it's really nice, and I hear that it's nutritious. Not sure how the nutrition part of it, but I hear that it's nutritious and it's good for lots of stuff. And speaking of soursop, there's a thing called sweet sop, and I have a sweet sop tree right here. If you see, this is a sweet sop tree. There are no sweet sops on it, but there is a sweet sop tree right there in front of me. Yeah, man. And in the front of my yard, which not gonna go around there right now, there is a custard apple tree, which is similar to the sweet sap, but the skin of that one is smooth, but inside of it is similar. But the sour sap, it's different. But as you mentioned, sap, I decided to give you some information on that. Yeah, thank you for okay. All right, so I can see Korean. So thank you for showing me and welcome. I did subscribe last week. Yeah, man. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, and also thank you for coming to watch my live. Yeah, man. This like a few days ago, I was there chilling, and I was like, hey, each time I'm gonna go live or anything, like I have to go somewhere to do all of this, and I'm like, So I was talking to a friend, and a friend said, "Hey, why don't you just go live from your yard? You don't have to, drive to anywhere. You can just stay right home. There is no preparation needed. Just stay right home and do it." So yesterday morning I came out. It was quite nice doing it, and then today I'm here again, going live. Yeah, man, that's what it is. The mango, all right. So see, Korean Soul is saying, the mango was so sweet and soft, so different than the US. Wow, you have the soursop tree in your backyard. So yeah, man, that's what they say. Let me show you like some other trees I have. There's a there's a ackee tree right there. Not sure if you can let me zoom to see the ackee is on it. Ackee is the Jamaica's national fruit, and the national dish is ackee and saltfish. That's where they boil the ackee. Ackee is boiled very quickly, like maybe about 10-15 minutes. But of course, the fruit has to be opened on the tree, opened on the tree. So and then once it's opened, you can just clean it and remove whatever needs to be removed from it, and then you boil it. That's the yellow part of it. You boil it for, as I said, like maybe 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes or so. And then you fry that with saltfish. Not deep fry, more like a stir fry kind of thing with saltfish and, seasoning like onions, thyme, pepper, and black pepper, and, different type of seasoning you like. Yeah, that's the ackee tree right there. You see those red looking, or those orange looking things on that tree? And then I have a breadfruit tree. See my breadfruit tree right there. The breadfruit on it, they are small though. Yeah, man, some small breadfruit. So they are not fit yet, but just showing you what the breadfruit tree looks like. By the way, yeah, actually, that you see right there. So I didn't even realize that one just below the. All right, this one right here. That one is a. Hold on, trying to catch this properly. Just below the soursop tree. Sorry, the breadfruit tree. There's the soursop tree. And like I said, this is the sweet sop. Not soursop. This is the sweet sop tree right here. There are none on it. Else I would have actually showed you the fruit, but there are none on it right now. And then I have a guava tree up there. Guava tree right there. But that is pointing towards the road, and I really don't want to point the camera in that direction at the risk of capturing anyone on camera that don't want to be captured. So I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. All right. So let me get back to where I was sitting. Yeah, I just decided to show you a bit of what's going on in my backyard. All right. So let me see. So, Korean Soul, let me read this message. The bush is stunning and beautiful. All right, yeah, man, nature is nice, man, definitely. All right. Yeah, yes, breadfruit was similar to potato. Love the breadfruit. The US doesn't have much of that fruit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I've seen breadfruit in New York, but yeah, kind of different. I mean, well, not different. I guess it's the same breadfruit, but the fact that it's transported, it gets transported from wherever. It takes a while to get there, and sometimes those fruits don't last for that long. I guess they are just meant to be picked and cooked quickly. So the time it takes to be transported to the US, it kind of loses its essence. So yeah, man, if you want to get that stuff, I want it to taste like it should taste, you got to come to where it's it's grown. Yeah, man, and the Caribbean is one of those places. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Korean soul. Yeah, gotta Yeah, man, gotta stay smart, man. So you don't know, once I'm capturing my backyard and capturing nature, no one cares about that. It's just me minding my business, being a vlogger. The trees have no issues with being videos or nor the animals, like the birds that are passing by from time to time. There are no birds now, but you might be able to hear them. A matter of fact, a bit earlier, I zoomed in on a bird that was perched in that tree, but it's gone right now. But yeah, man, from time to time you'll see birds flying in the shot. Yeah, man, much. Yeah, man, definitely, man. Not a problem. I could, I can show you all kind of stuff. But we always try to remain smart in what we do. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Actually, this morning I was planning to, go out in the to go out in the city and capture some content, just general stuff, people walking around the city and so on. But last night I was on my way home and got a flat tire, and it's like, you know what? Not gonna do that because I'd have to go to the tire shop and all that. That would take up some time. So I guess I'll do that on another day. So I'll get my tire taken care of maybe later. And then maybe tomorrow or some other day I'll be out in the city to show you all that. So you see, I can show you nature from right here, and then I could just go out in the city and show you what city life in Jamaica looks like. Yeah, man. Let me read the message from Korean Soul. It was so nice to meet you and chatting with kindness. Wishing you a happy and healthy life with much wealth. Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you very much. And I wish the same for you too. And it was nice of you to come and, share your experience of visiting Trinidad, the foods you eat and the foods you ate and all that. And also appreciating, me showing you my backyard, showing you the different plants, and yeah, it was nice sharing all that. Yeah, man. Here you telling me that my backyard is yeah, man, lots of nature here, but yeah, man, it's good to have nature. Yeah, man, it's good to have nature close by. It gives you that relaxing kind of therapeutic kind of vibe, when you're out and about. It's kind of, but once you get home, you want to be relaxed. And what better way to relax than in nature? Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. But if you stay tuned into Tropical Nomad TV, we'll go all sorts of places and show you different things, like we'll show you outdoor style cooking because I plan to do some videos like that, very soon. I'll be out and about showing you outdoor cooking, like me and maybe friends out cooking, maybe roasting a breadfruit outside on the fire. Maybe do as I said earlier, doing some jerk chicken. Yeah, all of that. Maybe going to a river and cooking outside, that kind of stuff. And in the midst of that, I'll be sharing lots of knowledge because the intent of my channel is to, show the digital nomadic lifestyle because I am a digital nomad. I have been a digital nomad since 2012. Now, I just started to do content, but being a digital nomad, I have been doing that since 2012. So, I'm a freelancer. I work for different clients in different parts of the world. And this has, should I say, changed my life so much. Yeah, man, being a freelancer has done so much for me. And I've been doing it since 2012. So the idea of this channel is to share my experience and help others who want to do that type of thing. Yeah, man. So I have worked with clients in well, not and I'm not selling myself right now, like trying to get a job or anything. But I've worked for clients in different parts of the world, different continents, different countries, and so on, for right here from Jamaica. So yeah, man. Once I have a laptop and an internet connection, that does the trick. That make things perfect. That's the power of the internet. That's the reason why I love the internet so much. Like it gives you opportunities from different parts of the world. Yeah, man, I'm a freelancer. Yeah, man, definitely a freelancer. You know, you have platforms like Fiverr.com, you have Upwork.com and stuff like that. A matter of fact, being a freelancer has given me the opportunity to travel to places that I never imagined I would have gotten the chance to travel to. I'm not gonna get into the details of that right now, but I'll have videos or even lives where I discuss stuff like that. But yeah, man, I've gotten the chance to go to places like just my computer has taken me places. And by the way, like just before I came outside to do this live, I was inside my house actually working. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. So, people say work from home, but to state it proper, it's work from anywhere. Once you have internet, you can work from anywhere. It doesn't matter. Even if you're on a plane, you can work from there too. Yeah, man. The freelancer lifestyle, man. That's what it is. So I can go on vacation without taking a vacation. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So by the way, Korean Soul, what's your favorite morning routine? Just let me ask you, seeing that it's morning right now, what's your well not favorite, but what's your typical morning routine? Are you one of those persons who get up and check your phone, check your email, seeing what's going on in your digital life, or you might go get some breakfast, or you might, yeah. Yeah, man, the internet is I would say the greatest invention in the last, I'm not sure how many years, but it's one of the great inventions. Like maybe I would never ever get the chance to communicate with you. I'd never, even if you came to Jamaica, it might not be likely that we would have met, or you might not have seen my backyard. But then I can stay in my backyard and show you Jamaica from all the way over there in Ohio. And although it's strange that I've come to the US, but I've never been to Ohio, I'm not even sure that I would ever visit Ohio, but I can be here and speaking with someone from Ohio where you're, telling me about your exploits in the Caribbean, and me telling you about, you know, me being a freelancer, showing you my backyard, telling you about the Caribbean culture and all that. So, that's just right there in the US. I mean, I could even be here communicating with someone for in as far as Australia, or even well further, maybe somewhere in New Zealand or somewhere very far. The internet does all of that, and as I said, the internet has done so much for me. Me being a freelancer, as digital nomad. So that's the power of the internet. This gives me an idea. Maybe I one day when I become a better content creator, when I learn editing a bit more, I guess I should do a video about the power of the internet. Yeah, maybe I should do that, because I can just speak about what the internet has done for me. So if I can speak about what the internet has done for me, like I don't need to, no research needs to be done, because I'm just talking about my life. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Absolutely amazing. You couldn't have said it better. That's just it. The internet is absolutely amazing. No other words could better describe it. All right, you see it. All right. Thank you so much, and thanks for that comment. It's very much appreciated. I'm happy that I'm able to make you smile. Imagine being here and making someone smile. Though is I don't know how long would it take me to get to Ohio. Let me see. Let me just run this. So it to take me 1 hour from my house to drive to the airport. Yeah, maybe about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to the airport, the closest airport. And then it would take me 4 hours. Well, let's say I'm connecting through New York, because there's no, I doubt if there are any direct flights from Jamaica. So 4.5, 4 hours so to fly to New York. So that's like 6 hours there, 5.5 to 6 hours. And then how long is it from New York to Ohio? Maybe another hour. So it's like you're 7 hours away, not counting time, the time I would stop, but just travel time. Yeah, so you're 7 hours away, and I can stay right here in my backyard and make you smile. Definitely, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for making that comment. Now you are making me smile. Yeah, man. Best believe you are definitely making. So you. So yeah, I am making you smile, and definitely you are doing the same for me. Yeah, man, and I can see that someone else is checked in on the live. Just drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. By the way, I am streaming to you live from Jamaica. All right, now it's 8:18 a.m. Is that sort of a tongue twister? Why couldn't it be 8:19? But anyway, or 8:20. It's 8:18 a.m. here in Jamaica. What time is it in your place? Well, I know that it's 9:18 in Ohio, from what Korean Soul said. Man, the same Korean Soul that told me about her exploits in Trinidad. All right, so let me read this latest message from Korean Soul. Yes, it took me 7 hours to get to Trinidad Port of Spain. About the same amount of hours to fly. All right, you see it? You see what's happening? So, you see why we love the internet? Yeah, man, it doesn't matter what anyone wants to say. The internet has changed the world. I could say that the internet is a great equalizer. Like people who had no opportunities has gotten opportunities, or have gotten opportunities because of the internet, or the people who had limited opportunities have gotten much more because of the internet. Yeah, man, the internet definitely connects the world. Well, the purpose of the internet is connecting, and it's definitely connecting the all right, you see it? Detroit, Michigan, all right, you see it? Yeah, man, all that, man. So you know exactly, what's going on. You wanted to have tried that maybe 100 years ago. I wonder how long would it have taken you to get to Trinidad, or would you even have gotten there? And if you got there, would you have gotten back to your destination? But the internet help you with all that, man. Yeah, man. So you see, you connect through. Yeah, man. As you mentioned, Port of Spain, yeah, man. Nice capital city. As I said, I've been to Trinidad, so I know Port of Spain. Not yeah, 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 man. Definitely, I know Port of Spain. By the way, did you have any KFC? As you know, did you have any KFC in Trinidad? Like they always speak about the Trinidad KFC. They always say that it's the best in the world. Well, some persons say that the Jamaica KFC is the best, but I don't know. I'm not really that big fan of KFC. What are your thoughts on the KFC in Trinidad? That's if you had it. Well, you haven't had the one from Jamaica, of course, because you haven't been here. But if you have had the Trinidad one when you come to Jamaica, just eat some KFC. I mean, I guess this is sort of thing that you'd be like, oh yeah, it's fast food and so on. But I hear that there is something special about the Jamaican KFC. I don't know. So I heard. So I'm just relaying that information to you. So while you're in the midst of eating all that breadfruit and that ackee and saltfish and that jerk chicken and jerk pork and all of that, try a piece of KFC. And you can always come online and state your thoughts on the KFC. You might even can compare it to KFC that we have had in some other part of the world. Yeah, it's kind of this running thing where people are, comparing the KFC in Jamaica to KFC in other places. I don't know why, but alright. So Korean Soul said it was because of the internet I traveled to Trinidad. I met someone online. I met him there. Yes, I had KFC. but chicken was a bit little raw at the bone. I love the Royal Castle place better than the KFC in Scarborough. Oh, you went to Tobago. Okay then. All right, I've never been to Tobago. I've been to Trinidad, but I've never been to Tobago. So you said, wow, now you do have a story to tell. Wow, wow, wow. I was thinking that you went to Carnival or something. Well, you could have gone to Carnival, but went to, you actually met someone that, yeah, wow, wow. No, this is what I've been talking about. This is what the internet does now. This has made my day. Like, honestly, um, I came outside here. I was like a bit tired, a bit, sleepy because I was up working throughout the night. But guess what? This has given me some additional energy. Me seeing this has given me some additional energy. This is such a wonderful feeling. You telling me that the internet has done that for you. Well, let me just say, because I told you I was going to do a video and so on about, stuff that the internet has done for me. Well, speaking of travel, the internet has given me the opportunity to travel as far as Europe. Yeah, I got the opportunity to travel to Spain because of my freelancing job. The internet did all that. So, traveled through Germany on my way to Spain. Spent one night in Germany and then went to Spain. Yeah, man, that's what it is. The details will be in a video or a live, at some point. But for now, the internet has done that for me. Yeah, man, that trip was, I can say that trip was quite eventful. Like, flew from Jamaica, had an emergency landing in the Dominican Republic, spent like 12 hours in the Dom Rep, then flew from the Dominican Republic to Frankfurt, Germany, spent one night in Germany because of some situation, which I said I would get into the details on an actual video, and then flew from Frankfurt in Germany to Valencia in Spain. Stayed in Valencia for like 5 days. Yeah, I think about 5 days. You know, all sorts of activities, and then I was supposed to fly from Valencia to Frankfurt and then Frankfurt to back to Jamaica, but that didn't work like that. This trip took another turn, so flight cancelled in from Valencia. I think the next flight coming to Jamaica from Germany would have been maybe a few days. So in order for them to get me home, luckily I had a US visa. So the next day they flew me from Valencia to Madrid in Spain. That's the capital. So from Valencia to Madrid, and then from Madrid to Miami. That's like an 11-hour flight, and then from Miami back to Jamaica. Just imagine a trip like that. The internet did all of that for me. So yeah, man, I'm definitely grateful for the internet. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Well, let me read your message right here. All right. So you said you spent 2 months there. Thank you. All right. Means a lot to me as well, meeting you and chatting this morning. Wow, Europe and Spain. I've never been there. Wow, how awesome. All right. Yeah, man. Internet do this for me, man. And then last message here is like, you seem full of gratitude and love. You will go far in life with that energy. So blessed you are. Yeah, man. That's what it is. I'm always grateful for this. That's what it is. So I always, tell my stories about the internet. And, that's just, should I say, the tip of the iceberg. A lot more has happened because of the internet. Yeah, man. Lots of trips in one trip. All right. So you said natural journal TV jumped in and saying up top, up full, not up top, up full. Big up natural journal. You don't know. Thanks for coming to the live and your Korean soul saying a lot of trips. Wow, so fascinating. Yeah, man, the internet did that. Like when I started on the internet, I didn't have any idea that sort of thing would have happened. My idea of, finding a job on the internet was, I was looking for more pay, better working conditions, not having that sort of commute to and from work and all that. And went on the internet and realized that it's like a different world over there. So I found it and I did it. Yeah, man, it was really like not was because I'm still doing it. Yeah, man, the internet is such a wonderful place. You won't be, I mean, it's unimaginable. It's more than what you can imagine. And I actually have colleagues on the internet who have had such great experiences. There's one person who I know who got the opportunity to travel to Australia because of their internet job. I mean, so it's so wonderful. Yeah, man. And the good thing is that you don't have to take a vacation to go on vacation. Your job is always with you. So if you want to take a break, of course, you can, speak with your client, let them know. And, that's if you want to take a break. But if you don't want to take a break, you just go with your laptop and connect to the internet and you do your work from wherever you are. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. So, Korean Soul, we have Natural Journal TV here on the live with us. So Natural Journal TV. We know Natural Journal TV is a Jamaican. Oh, go on Natural Journal. Everything up? Everything good? And by the way, Korean Soul, yeah, we're talking to this Jamaican person, so I might say things that you won't, perfectly understand, but I still try to keep it in a manner that you will still get it. But we have to kind of mix it up and let it, keep it fluid in terms of how we communicate, so we make it palatable for the rest of the world, but we also make it a place that Jamaican persons will come and they will feel welcomed. Yeah, man. So big up and thanks for all the messages. Korean Soul. So Korean Soul over there in Ohio. Right now it's 8:30 a.m. here in Jamaica, and for Korean Soul it's like 9:30 a.m. over there in Ohio. I'm here looking across the hills on this cloudy Wednesday morning. Today, the 29th of, is it the 29th or is it the 28th? Here I'm giving the date and I'm not even sure what date it is. Hey, by the way, let me just check. On, oh, today, yeah, today is the 28th. So on Wednesday, the 28th of May, 2025, showing you across the hills of St. Andrew in Jamaica. Beyond those hills, it's the, nice cool parish of Portland. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for that, man. I just checked my other device, so I looked across the hills over there. Well, I can't see across the hills, but beyond those hills is a nice, cool, peaceful parish of Portland, which is actually my favorite parish. And by the way, Korean Soul, a parish is kind of like, well, it's not as big as a state, but you see like how you'd have the different states in the U.S., but it's the same country. It's like that. It's just that we don't have different laws in the different parishes. The laws are the same, but you have like, when you're driving from one parish to another, you'll see a sign showing welcome to, whatever parish it is. So let's say we're going to Portland. There's a parish beyond those hills called Portland. Like over there, you have nice beaches, rivers, and all that. The food is nice. That's where you get the best jerk. So when you're entering that parish, you'll see "Welcome to Portland," or you see a sign saying Portland, just like here in the U.S. and you're going from state to state, where you will see the different signs. But like I said, like unlike in the US where you have different laws in different states, here the laws is different wherever the law is the same whatever wherever you are. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Yeah, man. All right, so Korean Soul saying I have to go, have a safe blessed day. And again, nice meeting you. Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. And you said you subscribed since last week, so thank you very much for watching my video. And I hope to see you again on my live videos. You don't know. Big up again. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing all that you have shared. About your trip to Trinidad, about your how the internet has helped you. Yeah, man, all of that, man. And I was very happy to put a smile on your face, and me putting a smile on your face also put a smile on my face. So you don't know. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, man, have a super fantastic day. Yeah, man. Bye. Let me see who else they up on the live with me. So if you're here on the live, just drop a quick message. Yeah, man, if you're there up on the live with me, just drop a quick message and you say, Korean Soul said, yes, we will talk again. That is it. So while I'm here looking over the hills, all right, you see, I have to drop a message, although I'm here on the phone and the stand. Let me drop a quick message. Cheers to Korean Soul, yeah, man. Not drinking anything right now, but you don't know. Cheers with two champagne glass. Yeah, man. Korean Soul deserve that. All right. Big up. Anyway, in the meantime, is Natural Journal still here or anyone else here on the chat you don't know? Definitely just drop a quick message and tell me what I go on, what I deal with, where I deal with, what I'm up to in the day. So I'm here looking across the hills and it seems like the the clouds are definitely winning the battle for now. Well, ultimately, the cloud will never win the battle because, the sun is fire and the cloud is water. The cloud is ice. Yeah, man, ice crystals. So, can ice ever match up to fire? Definitely the cloud is gonna vaporize if the sun touches it. But in the meantime, sun is, you know, not asserting itself like it normally does, like it does on most days. So it's kind of hide it behind the clouds because you can see that we're having a overcast day. But we know that later on, or maybe even tomorrow, because the day could remain overcast. But who knows what's gonna happen for the rest of the day? Yeah, man, it's cloudy. It's cloudy and it's cool, but kind of glad for that in a way because if it wasn't so cloudy, maybe I would not be sitting outside here because the sun would be hot already. But because it's so cloudy, I can sit outside here and just relax. Yeah, man, just hold a relaxing vibes and talk to people like Korean Soul, get to show her my backyard Natural Journal TV that dropped a quick message. Not sure if Natural Journal TV is still here. We had let me see, checking all these messages. We had Toby that dropped one message and then we had Soul Star. Yeah, man, we had Soul Star who dropped a few messages. We had Cheyenne. We had let me see. We had Cheyenne. And we also had Sharon McDowell. Yeah, man, quite a few persons checked in on the live and dropped their messages. Can you see that butterfly? Yeah, man, the camera just picked up a butterfly flying right there. And I could feel the moisture in the air. It seems like it's gonna rain. Who knows? Yeah, man. So once you're checked in on the live, of course, just drop a quick message and tell me where you're watching me from. So, when I checked on the live this morning about maybe about, let me see what time I started. I started like about maybe about 10 minutes to 6. That's 5:50 a.m. About that time I started. My phone was at like 100% battery level. Right now it's at 16%. Yeah, man. 16%, but we're still kicking it, seeing how much longer we can go. And I guess it's kind of the receiver that's plugged into it. It's kind of it's charging the receiver, so that is helping to drain the battery. But if I can be on live for 2 hours and 42 minutes so far, and still have battery life remaining, especially with the receiver plugged in, that's definitely great. I mean, I could always plug out the receiver and plug a charger into the phone. Yeah, but when I go to that right now, when I need to, go to an extreme extent right now, so we just keep running, running this for a while and see, who comes. We can chop it up for a bit and, have a quick chat. And who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows who is gonna come on the chat? Because we had someone from Ohio just now. We also had someone that's Ohio in the US. We had someone from Linstead, Jamaica. We have another person from Jamaica that checked in. Let me see, not sure where Toby was watching from. And I also had someone who said they're from the east coast of the US. They didn't say where, but we had someone from the east coast of the US when they told me their time, and I, checked in with them. Them and all that, man. So we have people watching from all over the world. So we always we always definitely appreciate all our viewers and all our subscribers. So if you're here and of course you haven't yet subscribed, I'll appreciate you just hitting the subscribe button. If you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, or you want to see more, just consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, man. Today it's a nice cool day. Maybe not the weather you expect of Jamaica, but yeah, we do get cloudy days. Not every day is gonna be sunny like you expect. So we do have cloudy days out here in Jamaica. Once you're checked in on the live, I can see someone just jumping in, just drop a quick message. Yeah, man, we're out here looking at the mountain in the backdrop, listening to the birds, listening to the wildlife, because those birds are wild. Yeah, man. Listening to the different birds, making all kinds of sounds. I guess they're communicating with each other. They're having fun. Yeah, man. All that, and watching a few birds fly by. You'll see a few of them flying by while I look out across the mountains. Yeah, the mountains that yeah, it's Portland beyond those mountains. Nice northeastern parish of Jamaica called Portland. Is it the home of jerk? Might be the home of jerk. So if you like jerk chicken and jerk pork, Portland is the place to be. Yeah, man. So you can get a nice jerk chicken, and I won't say nice jerk pork because I don't eat pork, so I don't know if it's nice, but I hear people say that it's nice. And it smells nice too, but me just not gonna eat it. Yeah, man. That's what it is. So yeah, man, and the people in Portland, they are friendly too. Yeah, man, you get nice fruits and stuff over there, and the beach is nice, the rivers are nice. Yeah, man. So looking over there, looking at those mountains, and imagine being in Portland. Wish I could go on a road trip today, but I'm a bit tired, so no road trip for me. And by the way, I got a flat tire last night, so road trip not gonna work today. I mean, I could go, but it's gonna be a bit tiring because first I need to go get my tire taken care of because I think it's punctured. Hopefully, it's just it kind of slipped from the rim. If that's what it is, that would be absolutely perfect. But if the tire is punctured, I guess I gotta go to the tire shop, get it fixed, get them to take the spear off and put back on the real tire, and then I head on my journey now. If I'm going on a road trip, I don't want to be doing all that before going on a road trip. So I guess I will just stay chilled. Yeah, man, I'll just relax today, not going on any road trip. Or if I nah, maybe tomorrow, maybe some other day, but definitely not today. Don't think I'm gonna do that unless something out of the ordinary happens. And I don't think anything out of the ordinary is gonna happen. So let's see. Let's see how that goes. Man, that's what it is. So once you're checked in on the live, you don't know, just drop a quick message and let me know where you're watching me from. Yeah, man, this is Delamint here with Tropical Nomad TV, and I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica, live from Kingston slash St. Andrew, Jamaica. Yeah, man, just looking out at the hills or looking out at the mountains. See the mountain range in the background. Yeah, man. See where I go on. See the mountain. Yeah, man. Those lovely looking mountains. Earlier we had Cheyenne the Explorer, who was talking about walking across those hills to go to Portland. Yeah, that sounds like it would indeed be a real adventure. Talking about finding wild pigs and turning them into pork. Yes, that was definitely a very interesting watcher. Definitely a very interesting viewer of the channel. They are indeed very brave, very courageous. We also spoke about, deers, reindeers in Portland. Yeah, man. I told them that I hear that there is lots of paranormal activities in those hills and those valleys, in those wooded areas. And that person was still up for the trip. So it seemed like that viewer not afraid of Duppy. So yeah, man. So we had a very interesting and brave viewer. I wish that viewer would come back on the live right now and we can, chop it up and talk about, their exploits, because I wonder if they have experience in that type of thing. The way how they were speaking so confidently about, you know, going on such a going on such an adventure. That viewer even asked questions about working on the internet and all that. But they left the life. Seemingly they left the life because they have become unresponsive. But you don't know. We appreciate everyone for coming. Whether you just watched and didn't send a message, whether you just liked, whether you subscribed, whether you sent lots of messages, whether you sent one message, whatever you did. If whether you checked in and watched me for 1 second, whether you watched me for 5 seconds, whether you watched me for 30 seconds, whether you're here to watch the entire live, whether you watch me for an hour, 2 hours, well, we're heading into 3 hours now. So whatever amount of time you watch me for, thank you very much for coming to my live. Yeah, man, definitely we appreciate it. And as I look over the hills, listen to the backdrop, listen to the wildlife. Well, that dog is not wildlife. That dog is, yeah, is in someone's yard, so that's not a wild dog. But you can hear the birds. There are birds in the background, and that is wild. That's wildlife. And of course, we have plants. Of course, those. Yeah, I don't know why that dog is trying to drown out the sound of the wildlife. Yeah, the sounds of the birds and all that. And I can hear a rooster in the background. Did you hear that rooster? I doubt if that rooster is wild. That might be someone's rooster. But yeah, man, as I look out at my ackee tree, the ackee tree that I showed a bit earlier, and I can see a few persons just checked in on the live. You don't know. Once you check in, just drop a quick message and tell me which party I watch me from. You don't know. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thanks for jumping on to my live. Just drop a quick message. Tell me where you're watching me from, and also tell me what time is it in your place. Right now, I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica, and it's 8:47 a.m. So on the east coast of the U.S. or even the Eastern Caribbean, it is 9:47 a.m. So yeah, over in those places, it's 13 minutes to 10, but right now it's 13 minutes to 9 here in Jamaica. Yeah, man, we're there showing her the mountains and, discussing all type of things. So whatever it is on your mind. And by the way, if you're here, seeing that it's morning time, tell me what's your morning routine. And if you are not watching from Jamaica, have you ever been to Jamaica before? Yeah, man. So we have two people here on the. Let me see. We have two people just checked in. Two people just checked in here on the live. You don't know. See the numbers change. So two people just checked in. So I'd appreciate if you drop a message, and of course you can consider liking the video, consider subscribing. What did I just see in front of the camera? Was that a bird? Not sure what it is. Let's see. Look at you can see my ackee tree. Then we look at my ackee tree. So that's the national fruit. That forms part of the national dish where they have ackee and saltfish. Yeah, so you wait until the akis are opened on the tree. You pick it from the tree, you clean it, remove the all parts of it except the yellow part, and you cook it for like about maybe 15 minutes or so. And then of course you remove it from the water, remove that fleshy part of the ackee from the water, and you stir fry it with the saltfish and different uh, spices and certain vegetable items like tomatoes and stuff like that. And also here I have a breadfruit tree, but there are no fit ones on it, only some small breadfruit, and you have some like those like flowers, yeah, the breadfruit flowers, yeah, whatever those are. Yeah, man. So showing you my breadfruit tree, and this is my sweet sap tree right here. There are none on it, so you can't. I can't show you any sweet sap. Right here I have pepperelda. If you're thinking about original jerk, not just where they have all kind of jerk season, but if you're thinking about original jerk like the Maroons did it, this is one of the ingredients they use. Them on the pepperelda, man, give it a nice, spicy kind of taste. Yeah, man, just showing you my backyard before I go back inside because my battery is kind of dying now, but I'm chilling, chilling until let me see how much battery I have left. I have 9% battery left. But in the meantime, we're still kicking it. If you like the content, consider subscribing. Yeah, man, just consider subscribing. And by the way, I'm a digital nomad, so you know how that go. So yeah, man, digital nomad. I work from home. By the way, I can work from anywhere. You hear those birds? Yeah, man, I can work from anywhere. So if you like that lifestyle, if something you're interested in, or even if you're a fellow digital nomad, consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, man, we'll be sharing lots of information, or even we're doing videos that are unrelated. We might just drop a few gems that you'll be able to use to enhance your life. I'll try to inspire you, how you can get this to work. Yeah, man, because sometimes jobs are difficult to get, or the commute to get to and from work. But what about working wherever you are? What about working while on vacation? What about not needing to take a vacation to go on vacation? You know all that go. Yeah, man. So once you have the internet and your laptop. Yeah, man, you have your computer and the internet. That's all you need. You might, I mean, depending on the job you're doing, you might need some additional stuff, but the basic things you need, the internet and your laptop. Once you have that, everything should be good. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. So, I'm streaming to you live from Jamaica. All right, now let me give you a quick time check. It's now 8:52 a.m. Yeah, man. So, if you're here, just drop me a quick message and tell me where you are watching me from. And I can see someone else checked in. Yeah, man. See that? I can see that you're checked in. So, of course, just drop a quick message. The thing is telling me that the device is too hot, it's overheating. Alright, fine, it's okay. I'm outside and the day is a bit cold, so message is gonna disappear shortly. So it's just giving me a warning message, but that's fine. We're gonna keep running it, see if we can take this live to 3 hours. Right now it's 2 hours and 58 minutes. So if no one jumps in by the time we get to no one else jumps in and says anything, by the time we get to 3 hours, we're definitely gonna be winding down the live. Yeah, man. So what it is. So yeah, man, if no one says anything by that time, we're gonna, have a quick countdown. Like you can see the number flashing here, counting down. Well, we're not quite at one as yet, but we will be having yeah, a quick countdown once the time. Yeah, once it gets to 3 hours, definitely gonna be checking out so we can start winding down from now. And if anyone comes in and said anything, of course we'll keep kicking it until the battery dies. Although right now it's like 7%, so it should be able to last me for a bit of time. Anyway, this is Delamint here, and I'm streaming to you live from Kingston/St. Andrew, Jamaica. And the morning live was to just show you the sun rising across the hills. It was a bit anticlimactic this morning because it's a bit cloudy, so you didn't see the sun with its usual brilliance and magnificence. The cloud kind of overshadowed it. And as you can see, it's kind of an overcast day. See the cloud cover? Yeah, it's not as bright as yesterday, but in spite of that, we're still streaming. A few birds pass by, and in all of this, you hear the dogs barking. You hear yeah, see that bird? Yep, a bird just flew by, definitely. So we have wildlife passing through, going about their daily business, whatever that daily business is. It? I guess you can ask them. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway. So I'm gonna check out here the different birds in the background. But anyway, in the meantime, this is Delamint here with Tropical Nomad TV, and I put this on a countdown. So just keep watching. Yeah, man. So what it is while you're doing that, I'm gonna also man, recommend that you consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. And yeah, man, this is what it is. I am out. I'll catch you later today or maybe tomorrow, depending on how I feel, depending on what I want to do. But just keep watching Tropical Nomad TV. Keep your comments coming and consider subscribing to the channel. You don't know. Big up, bless up, and I'm out.